From Bakersfield to the corners of Kern County, the best moments from your Golden Empire gridirons. 17 Sports Director Taylor Shaw, football analyst, Renegade head coach R. Todd Littlejohn. This is FFX, the Sunday Expanded Edition. Driven by Sangera Subaru and Dignity Health, Mercy and Memorial Hospitals.
What a crazy week 4, Coach.
It was already, and the weather has had an effect on a game.
All right, welcome into a special Sunday Expanded edition of FFX. I'm Taylor Schaub. He's the coolest coach around. R. Todd Littlejohn, leader of your BC Renegades. Coach, what's it time for?
It's time to give the people what they want.
Gather round. It's time for your FFX Game of the Week, powered by SCOE, your Southern California Orthopedic Institute.
All right, Coach, we're going to start with this electric matchup that everybody's talking about, and the electric part is mostly actually due to the lightning in the sky, or alleged lightning, we should say. We'll get to that. But it's rare that a Week 4 contest has playoff implications. Even rarer, a game that features two state-ranked programs that for the last 3 years have ended one another's seasons. The Bears and Pats came in ranked 1 and 2 in the Valley, respectively. Clouds swirling overhead. Keep that in mind. Liberty jumping out to an early lead. Up 7 already. Jace Nixon airing it out to Krayshawn Kizzy. Look at this.
Great play right here. Great find. And then obviously Kizzy does a great job afterwards with his move into the end zone.
Kizzy has 114 yards, receiving another 100 on returns plus 2 scores. But the Bears not lying down flat. Michael Reynolds.
Great pad level right there. Great vision to be able to break it through.
Reynolds, that's a great name for a back that strong. And then Liberty's lockdown defense, well, it would allow 5 straight scores to Buchanan, including this 46-yard beauty from Fresno State commit Jaden Mandal, giving Buchanan a 35-14 lead in the third quarter, Coach.
Yeah, he did a really nice job, even in his scramble, keeping his eyes down the field, and of course found an open receiver.
All right, Nixon finding Caleb Rice-Wig, 29-yard TD. Pats cut Buchanan's lead to 14. So the comeback is on, but unfortunately, Coach, the comeback would be cut short because Mother Nature called this game early.
Mother Nature said, not so fast, my friend.
11 minutes left in the game. The game got called due to lightning strikes in the area. 35-27, your final. Here's a look. So you can see 10:59 left on the clock. They decided to call it. So the Patriots lose their first game of 2022, and the Bears improve to 4-0.
They had to do what they had to do, and I understand that. But, you know, I really thought we had the momentum at that moment. Yeah. And, you know, it's hard on our kids to understand that. But it is what it is. And, you know, we're gonna face adversity in the course of this season. So that's a little bit of adversity, and how we respond is going to define our character.
I'll say it for Coach Nixon and his staff, that was brutal. That's a bad way to end the game, and nothing that they can do about it, as he mentioned, but that they could have at least delayed it a little bit longer and allow those young men to play and finish the game.
Absolutely. All right, the weather calmed down a tad for the annual Holy Bowl on Saturday. Garces hosting San Joaquin Memorial this go-around. Rams looking for their first win in this rivalry since the 2016-17 season. That's a long time ago, Coach, and the Garces would fall into an early hole in this one. We'll go out to the first quarter. Brandon Ramirez, he barrels his way up the gut.
Yes, he did. I mean, that is a powerful run. You notice how he finished and hit 2 defenders and on to the end zone.
All right, it's Jordan Gallegos finding Juju Smith, 27 yards, and the score. That was a great little catch there by Juju.
Yes, it was. Right out about 2 defenders, and great concentration on that one.
All right, Ramirez again. That's his second touchdown of the game. How about a third? Panthers take it 28-6. Rams have a bye this week, and Paul Gola says his team needs to improve, especially in the red zone.
We got to get that fixed. That's not the first time that's happened, right? We got to take advantage of things and finish things. So I think that's a great word for the next 2 weeks is finish.
All right, Frontier trying to keep its best start since 2017 going, and trying to keep that perfect record intact against Hanford. First quarter, Bull Pups. They score first. Courtney Glass muscling his way into the end zone. And then Malachi Statler gives it to junior back Samuel Marquez. That strong run there ties it up at 7. It'd be a back and forth affair. Hanford quarterback Daniel Gomez to Donovan Smith. Wow, that's a big dude, Coach.
That hurt him right there. What a big play by that young man. He's a big receiver as well and got some speed.
Hanford wins a close one, a shootout, 49-47. Well, we had some Thursday night lights happening around town this week. The 3-0 Jayhawks on the road and picking up where they left off. Centennial dropped 60 on Independence last week. Ridgeview would suffer a similar fate. First quarter, it's reigning FFX Player of the Week, Adam Kopis. Coach, this guy's pretty good under center.
Looks like they've ironed a few things out from week one, and as you see, he did a great job right there on that play.
All right, that was Jackson Santiago on the reception. Roland Myers on the reverse here, 23 yards untouched.
Did you see the block, though?
It was pretty good. All right, it's Kopis to Santiago again. These two, I mean, they're best friends. They're a great connection.
Yes, they are. They're developing such a great connection with one another.
Jayhawks stay perfect. They win it 47-7. All right, Coach, your Drillers coming off a bye, and despite starting 0-2, well, they were showing that they have loads of talent on this roster. Stockdale fumbles it here. It's picked up by the quarterback, Ty Monterio, who plays both ways. He scoops it up, dodges a couple of Mustangs for the score. That guy can do it all.
Yes, he can. Forcing those turnovers, opportunity to score.
All right, Tybo time. One of the most talented backs in the Valley. Rogers takes it a mile, 95 yards to the house, 13 zip. Drillers.
Great speed on that perimeter. He got out there and took off, and they could not get that leverage and angle on it.
All right, Tybo back to tie. It's Monterio on the QB keeper. 15-yard TD, and then we'll show you Monterio again because he had himself a career night. The senior back in the end zone.
Hey, he wanted to show that it's not just a Tybo show. So he did a great job the other night and got that win for the Drillers.
A lot of talent on this BHS squad as they blank Stockdale. 51-0. All right, still ahead on FFX. Are the Warriors for real? Tehachapi faces its toughest test yet as the Mountain Men travel to Wasco for a battle with the 2-0 Tigers. Highlights from this battle of the unbeaten ahead. Plus, it's time for another installment of Taylor's Trivia. Tonight we're asking, how many consecutive regular season games has Wasco won? Is it A, 6, B, 8, C, 10, or D, 12? The answer when we return.
You're watching FFX, the Sunday Expanded Edition, powered by Sangera Subaru, serving Kern County for over 50 years. You're watching FFX, the Sunday Expanded Edition, powered by Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
Welcome back. Before the break, we asked you how many consecutive regular season games has Wasco won? The answer, D, 12. And speaking of those Tigers, Coach, Wasco hosting red-hot Tehachapi, and the Warriors would best them at their own game. Both teams perfect on the year. A little rain-soaked night in Wasco. Tehachapi coming into this matchup having outscored the opposition 124-33 this season. Already up 14-0. Jacob Root finds Carson Tywater, 9-yard TD, 21-zip Warriors. End of the half now. The Tigers finally on the board, rumbling and tumbling his way in is Michael Dominguez.
Exactly, and obviously the weather did not stop either one of these two teams because of their ground game.
And Wasco does not go down without a fight. They keep battling because Chad Martinez has these boys ready to go. But this game would come down to a crucial interception at the end of the game. Check it out. Adrian Mina picks off David Masno. And that's the ball game. Would seal it for Tehachapi. They hang on, win it 27-20.
You know, we got up 21-0, but then we squandered a bit. They scored right before halftime. They stole a possession, kind of like we knew they were going to try to do at the start of the half, and they made a really good football game. Hats off to them. That's a great team. All in all, we just had to do what we do best, and fortunately, we were able to come out on top.
All right, in Delano, Kennedy hosting East. All Thunderbirds in this one. It was easy for them. Julian Orozco was 6 of 12 passing for 85 yards, including this dime to Petey Barraza. Look at this thing, Coach.
Nice. Great concentration, knowing where he was in the end zone as well.
Kennedy blanks East 34-0. All All right, we had a pretty good battle taking place over at Independence. Falcons looking for win number 2 on the season, while South was looking to find the winner's circle for the first time this fall. First quarter, it's Anthony Rico. We say that name a lot.
Yes, we have, and I'm sure we'll be sending quite a bit this season.
Rico rushed for 55 yards and 2 scores in this one. South would respond. Shane Carr finds Antoine Jones. That was a pretty good catch there.
Yes, it was. Good concentration versus that defender.
All right, this one though, all Independence. They take it 44-34. We had plenty more action around the county this week. 17's Chris Burton is here to break it all down.
Yeah, Taylor, we've even got some action from the bright lights of Las Vegas this week. We've got Lions, Tigers, and Bears. Oh my, in this look around the county. Lightning strikes just about the only thing stopping the excitement in Shafter Friday night. The Generals unveiling their new stadium as the community gathered around for Shafter's first home game in 2 years. Second quarter's Generals up 6-zip. Freshman Ezekiel Osborne calls his own number. The QB keeper gives Shafter a 12-0 lead. Still in the second after Shafter stopped another Erosi drive. Jesse Bernal makes a house call. 65 yards all the way for the score. 19-0 Shafter. And this game was called in the third because of those nearby lightning strikes. The Generals would move to 4-0, taking it 26-6. Shafter's next opponent, Chavez. Titans offense exploded Friday in an upset over the Scots. Third quarter, Highland trying to battle back from a double-digit deficit, and that doesn't help. Elijah Cisneros gets picked by Gavin Contreras. That is a 38-yard return. Titans up 34-14. The Scots not going down without a fight. Still in the third, Elijah Cisneros rolls out and throws a dart to Diego Duenas. 13-point game. But Chavez couldn't be contained in the fourth. Israel Gonzalez, a 71-yard touchdown for the score. Chavez wins it 40-21 on to the Shafter Generals.
We're going to go into a very motivated atmosphere, and they get coached really well. Coach Pucci does a good job of prepping his guys, so we know we're in for a dogfight.
A couple of 2-1 teams going at it in Delano. Golden Valley up 7-zip in the first when Eddie Silva airs it out to George Inguito. Look at that catch. 28 yards ties it up at 7-all. Delano never looks back. Tigers take it 22-15. And the Vikings set their sails on Miramonte in search of their first win. The Lions helped them out all night. Miramonte had 4 turnovers, including this 30-yard pick six. Sophomore Julian Navarro in the second quarter. Vikings end up blanking the Lions 34-0. Foothill hosting Cal City. Trojans dominating this one from the onset. Nathaniel Alvarez from the red zone to the end zone. Foothill takes it 36-13. The Stars taking another trip to the coast. North taking on San Luis Obispo in first quarter. Tigers up 7. Luca Cucaro slips his way through the Stars defense. 18-yard touchdown and slow rolls over North 28-0. Now BCHS making the trek to Sin City under the bright lights. Eagles hope the saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, holds through as Nevada powerhouse Faith Lutheran took it 34-15. And in the battle between the Bears and Wildcats, Taft got the better of Arvin, powered by Cyrus Gaylord's 159 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Wildcats improved to 3-1 with a 28-21 win. And finally, the Bronx stormed past McFarland, besting the Cougars 20-7. And that is a look around the great county of ours from week 4 of the high school season. Taylor, I'll send it back to you.
All right, it's time now for the best thing I saw this week. This comes courtesy of Liberty and Krayshawn Kizzy, who came up to our cameraman to break down his own first quarter touchdown.
That was a great play, great ball around, man. Receivers did their thing. Mine did his post route, he did good. I love the way he ran that route. He got him out the way. I did my thing as well. We got in the end zone, made a big play.
Coach, I think I'm going to replace you with him because that was a pretty good breakdown. All right, coming up next here on FFX. Well, it's your Renegade Report. BC traveled to El Camino. We'll have highlights just ahead.
FFX is proud to be fitted by Finos. When it comes to quality men's suits in Bakersfield, Finos menswear and tuxedo is all you need. Huddle up. It's time for Coach's Corner with Renegade head football coach R. Todd Littlejohn.
Welcome back. It's time for Kern County's favorite segment, Coach's Corner, here to bring you the wisdom of a lifetime inside the lines. R. Todd Littlejohn. Coach, there's only one thing we can talk about. It's Liberty, it's Buchanan, it's the fact that there were 11 minutes left and that game got halted.
You know what I don't understand is, again, we've had delays before, and why they wouldn't have waited even in 30-minute increments just to see and to give those teams an opportunity to play. It wasn't late, you know, and I know a couple weeks ago when BHS had the late delay due to an injury, but the game ended up, you know, being over almost midnight. I don't see why you wouldn't have done the same thing in this case.
All right, Liberty was driving. They had just scored 2 straight touchdowns. They brought it to a 1-score game. Again, 11 minutes left on the clock. What do you say to your group if you're Brian Nixon? Because you're thinking in your head, we should still be perfect. Absolutely.
You know, and as Coach Nixon said, they were on a roll. I mean, I was at the game and watching the momentum. They got an interception, and you know, I think you just be real with them, you know, and help them to understand is something that was beyond their control, and they just move forward. And that one game obviously doesn't make or break their season. And I'm sure those two teams will meet later on down the line. But you call it what it is, you encourage them, and then you just move forward.
All right, the smartest man in Kern County. That's your Week 4 edition of Coach's Corner. Well, that may be it for Coach's Corner, but Coach, you're still sticking around because we're talking Renegades. You guys absolutely demolished L.A. Pierce Week 1. Week 2, a bit of a different story. I think the key word, turnovers. Turnovers.
You know, we had 3, which led to 14 points, and we lose by 10. It's not something that you can do.
All right, let's take a look at the highlights. Things started off looking pretty good for the Gades. What happened here, Coach? Joe Campbell, the Jihad Marks, took advantage of an offsides, and great connection with those two right now that's developing. And then you see it right here, Campbell to Jihad once again for another score. Okay, but then after that, Coach? Turnovers, tip passes right there, which defenses teach. Tips and overthrows, you got to get those, and unfortunately right there they did. All right, you guys would battle back late, but El Camino takes it 30-20. So let's look ahead now. It's a big matchup. Golden West. You know, Golden West is a great football team. We were their only loss last year en route to them vying for the state title, and they're going to obviously have revenge on their minds as well. All right, Coach. Well, that's next week at Memorial Stadium. We're looking forward to that. But still ahead here on FFX, it's time to break out your Sunday best because we're introducing your FFX Play and Player of the Week.
FFX is proud to partner with Valley Sports Media. Follow at V Sports Media for exclusive football content throughout the season. It's trophy time, the FFX Awards, brought to you by Jerry's Pizza and Pub.
Welcome back. It's the hardest part of the week. So many highlight-worthy moments, but we have to choose just one play of the week. Let's check it out. All right, Coach, time to hand out some hardware, and we've got a good one. A little bit of a consolation prize. Liberty should have been able to at least attempt to complete the comeback in this one. They didn't. They fall to Buchanan, but this was early on, and this was Krayshawn Kizzy with the snag. Very nice job of taking advantage of what the defense gives you. You put your players or your best players in a position to make a play, and Kizzy did a nice job of knowing where the sideline is, and young Nixon put it on it. Jace Nixon to Krayshawn Kizzy. Then the footwork. Woo! He's smooth. Yeah, nice little jig at the end. All right, that is your FFX Play of the Week.
Your FFX Player of the Week is presented by Vertical Raise, the premier online fundraising platform.
Coach, it's our favorite time of the week. Time to crown our Week 4 king. Ty Montero joining us in studio, the quarterback of the Bakersfield Drillers. What a performance you had.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was a good night last night. Everything just went our way, so got to give credit to the O-line. Made a good push last night. So.
Well, I'm glad we had a driller in the house finally. But what's been the mindset, some early season losses, what's been the mindset at this point moving forward?
Yeah, obviously the season didn't start out the way we wanted to. We just been, putting our heads down and grinding. There's just really no other way to do it. We've just been trying to get better every day, 1% better every day, and we're going to make a push though.
All right, let's take a look at your stats. 129 yards passing. You had 1 passing touchdown, 3 rushing touchdowns. You also had that fumble recovery. When you take a look at that stat line and the impact that you had on your team all around, what's that like?
It feels pretty good. 3 rushing touchdowns is a good accomplishment for me. Obviously, 1 passing touchdown isn't the highest of the high, but it would pound the rock when it's working, so they're gonna stop it, keep going.
All right, Ty, thank you so much. That's our Week 4 FFX Player of the Week. He's an impressive one. He's going to Stanford for wrestling, so he's a 2-sport athlete. That's going to do it for this Sunday expanded edition of FFX. For more high school football coverage, just head to kgt.com. Make sure you click on that FFX icon too. All right, have a great rest of your weekend, and we're going to see you back here Friday at 11:11. Make sure to tune in.